state, one with the University of Florida and one with FAMU. Both are trying to both are supposed to be certifying genetics and doing research on them to figure out which ones could also be compliant with Florida and survive in the climate. I am fortunate enough to be a part of the FAMU pilot program along with the partner Scott Burgett. He's brought me in to be a junior farmer and has passed on some genetics from the research going on there to allow us to cultivate them at our sites that were a different location than current permits he was working with. So we're going to put some of those plants in and we're going to have them tested and see if we can cultivate them in a way that maintains a legal 0.03% THC. And if so, we may actually be able to help certify some of these other genetics so that next year our farmers actually have a fighting chance.
So do you really think, and we'll never hold you to this, because it's just an opinion on it, but do you think there's going to be a really good opportunity for people to be able to grow hemp outdoors in the state of Florida without going over 0.3 on the THC side?
No, I don't foresee it being that successful, literal. And I'll be honest with you, from what my own experience and from what I've heard and from what my team has experienced, I'm not sure outdoor cultivation is even going to be possible for anything other than feed.
Yeah, I don't think I would differ with you on that one too much, to be honest with you, because I've just seen, what we've done with our North Georgia grow and our South Georgia grow. They're exact same genetics, right? They are growing completely differently. And we're talking about 200 miles between the two of them. Now we go another 300 miles to the south to Florida. Wow, what in the world's that going to do? So what are they going to do? They're going to move to indoor production? They're going to grow in big warehouses or greenhouses? What do you think is going to happen in the market, Lenny?
I think you're going to see a lot of people try to pass off products for extraction. I think you're going to see a lot of just, nothing to see here, and everything's going to go in a CO2 or ethanol wash, and it's going to come back out as an oil, and people are going to sell it. I think the consensus seems to be that next year we will have less than half the permits we had this year, because I think you're going to see a lot of washout from people who thought this was going to be a quick gold dig,
Absolutely.
Break the surface, pick up your riches, and then, bail out. And it's simply not, that's not how it's going to be. This is not.
Well, I would love to see that, Lenny, to be honest with you. And I know that it's horrible to say that we want to see people not do well, especially in this industry. This is our industry. We love this. We're passionate about it. But the one thing you and I hate is patience over profit. And essentially in the industrial hemp market, it works the same way, because we technically are patients. As a farmer, you are a patient. And then the profits are what everybody's making off of your back. So I'm with you, bro. I want to see them flounder. I want to see next year have 200 licenses come in that are going to be very successful grow operations, very solid genetics, quality product. And let's move the market forward, not backwards by all these mean people, for lack of want to keep it explicit, right?
Sure.
But the people who are wanting to put profits as the first point in their entire business entity. So I'm with you on that.
Literally, I don't want to see anybody hang themselves in a barn over an investment gone bad. But I certainly don't want to see the wrong people succeed in this industry and give the people who are here for the right reasons a bad name or unnecessary competition. And for me and you, it's always about the patients first. And the people who are here for that, they're going to be here next year and in 2022 and 2025 because they're not in it for the money. So I think you already see this industry, and I've said it before, splitting itself into two different categories. You have the industry, and then you have that stuff that rises to the top. And that stuff all sticks together. And I think those are the people you're going to see come out to be successful in 24, 36, 48 months.
Oh, absolutely. I think hands down, bar none, So tell us about the grow operation. What are you doing there? What do you guys have going on? Tell us what's going on, Lenny.
Bro, so Karma Corps, my nonprofit, was able to organize a project this year called Operation Go for Genesis and Omega. Genesis is the creation point where the plant is grown and harvested. And from there, we go to our Omega site, which is now in Hudson. It is a 10,000 square foot facility on 5 acres where we'll do drying, processing, climate controlled storage, extraction techniques, and some indoor cultivation so that our veterans and our civilians who are volunteers can see everything from the start of the plant to the final product and then have a choice about the way that product is processed. So we were lucky enough to partner with Eric and Phil Paleo. Phil is a veteran, Navy veteran. They're both farmers. They own some land in San Antonio, Florida, where they wanted to learn how to convert their hay field to a hemp field. And I wanted to bring in veterans to learn how to cultivate, and they agreed to let me bring veterans in and allow them to train there if I would bring the knowledge of our network in. So we partnered there. We put in 2.5 acres, 10 varieties of genetics, and we're currently surviving the shock.
That's funny. So I guess one serious question for you with the plants in regards to them. Are you all social distancing the plants? How close together are you putting them? Because if they get too close, the COVID may jump on them. Tell us about your social distancing properties here.
Problem was we weren't COVID compliant when we planned the grow, and we had a 4-foot spacing. So we're just hoping. Yeah, what we did was we went around and we put little paper masks on all of them. So
is it working out?
No, they've all got COVID.
Oh my gosh, that's too bad. Well, hopefully they'll go with 25% CBD and 0.1% on the THC.
I did some scientific research. I put masks on all my plants and they still got COVID. That's how I know they don't work.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. No, in all seriousness though, seriously, we got about 2 or 3 minutes left on the podcast. Right. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Veterans for Cannabis podcast. We're just joshing around. The two jocks, Literal and Lenny, making it happen.
So I want to let you know that we're also going to be looking at some pilot programs here in Florida. We're looking into getting into the psychedelics. We're looking at some psilocybin isolation that we also think can be very effective to help some of our veterans who cannabis isn't just quite cutting it. It's getting them there, but not quite all the way there. We think there could be some breakthroughs in that, which may actually even come around faster than cannabis legalization in Florida.
Absolutely. And I think it will, which is crazy to think because who would have thunk it that
I wouldn't have said it 2 years ago.
Psilocybin is going to be legal at the federal level before cannabis. No, we would never have thought that.
Through the VA, we will get it before we get cannabis.
Right. It's nuts. But you know what? Anything that helps, you and I both support it, and we know that our brothers and sisters can do well with it. And I think that research, Lindy, that's what's got to be done, man. So thanks so much for looking into that and trying to lead the charge on that as well.
Hey, man, it's an honor. It's a pleasure. It is my duty to serve my brothers and sisters. When I met you over 3 years ago now, I would have never imagined where I would have been. But to tell you that it has been a struggle as an understatement. Most of the people who know me know that I spent about half the last 2 years in an upside down relationship, getting out of a bad divorce and being homeless. And it just goes to show that I never stopped working towards the for-profit. I never stopped working towards my nonprofit. I never stopped recruiting volunteers. I never stopped asking people if they were interested in supporting the project. I never stopped telling people that we wanted to train veterans to live independent and be self-sufficient. And you know what? I still got it done with no money and nowhere to live until last month when the project actually happened. So for our brothers and sisters out there who think that you can't do it, you can, and you can do it with nothing because I proved it.
Yeah, you absolutely can. There's no doubt about it. And Lenny, you're a testament to staying the course, and really just staying focused and putting a positive face on it. And that doesn't just mean putting a smile on there when you feel like crap on the inside. That means putting the face on it and by golly, living that face too. You do it, brother. You lead by example. I appreciate you. Your veteran brothers and sisters appreciate you. And this cannabis industry is better because of you. And we can't say thank you enough. So just keep doing it, man. And let's just keep joshing around,
Hey, bro, we're going to keep joshing around. We're going to bring more education to the state of Florida when this all opens up. And for our brothers and sisters here in the area who want to get involved, they can check out Karma Corps, CARMACORPS on Facebook. They can check out my wellness pep talks, my patient education panels, where we hope to have you on as a guest one day. We'll flip the script and reverse it around. Absolutely. And have you joshing around from Georgia. And tell our brothers and sisters that it doesn't take anything. You don't have to have any qualifications. It costs nothing. If you're willing to drive, we're willing to help you get hands on the plants experience with crash course cultivation. And if nothing else, you'll learn what not to do, what works, what doesn't. And we'll share this information with everyone. And that's how we can undermine the vertical integration industry. We can find out the best information and we can give it away for free, literal.
So true. So true. Joshua Linney, thank you so much for being our guest here today on the Veterans for Cannabis podcast. I'm Joshua Literal, and we are just joshing around.
Oh,
that's right. Come on, I thought they were going to follow, man. And we are
joshing around.
You guys take care. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Literal.
Line over there, over there. Send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back till it's over there, over there.